SEC Media Days, the media, reporters, I myself included, got a chance to vote on the preseason SEC teams, the preseason all SEC teams. And there were 3 sets of teams being voted on. Alabama with an SEC high 19 players listed to all 3 teams, 19. The majority of these guys were first-team guys. So your first-teamers were as follows: Bryce Young at quarterback, Jahmyr Gibbs at running back and all-purpose player, Jermaine Burton at wide receiver, Emil Ekiyor Jr. on the offensive line, Will Anderson at linebacker, Henry To'o at linebacker, Jordan Battle defensive back, Eli Ricks defensive back, and Will Reichert as place kicker. Now, Emil Ekiyor Jr., I did not agree with this one right here. I did not agree with that one. I mean, Ekiyor, good player, good young man. Just did not agree with him as a first-teamer. He still has a lot to show me before he's a first-teamer. I get it, he's got experience. I would have had Javion Cohen as the first-teamer. Point-blank period. Cohen to me would be the first-teamer, not Ekiyor. Now, people are very high on Eli Ricks, even though he missed games last year at LSU due to a shoulder injury. I think people feel like he's going to return to his freshman production at 2020 at LSU, where he had 4 interceptions, and make the SEC all-freshman team. I like Eli Ricks. We will see what he's able to do out there on the field, but the only one I kind of disagreed with from that first-team list would be Emil Ekiyor. Just want to see him do a bit more or a lot more than what he's given so far, which moves us to our second-teamers. Our second and third teamers, start with our second team. Our second teamers had Cameron Latu at tight end, Javion Cohen offensive line, DJ Dale defensive line, Dallas Turner at linebacker. The only reason why I think people put Dallas Turner as a second teamer, because I feel like they want to see, is Dallas Turner for real the real deal? After looking at him put up 8.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss as a freshman, I think people are saying, okay, he's good, but is he the real deal? Can he do it a second year? I think that's the only reason why they put him on second team, because they're trying to see, can he do it a second year? Now, everybody else, DJ Dale, I can understand second team. I get it. Cameron Latu, I can understand second team for him. I get it. Javion Cohen, I would have much rather seen him on first team. I think he deserves it. This past season, played in over, 1,000 snaps, had 21 knockdown blocks to lead the team, if not more than 21. I mean, the guy is really, really good as an offensive guard. I would have put Javion Cohen on the first team. Moving on down to our third teamers right here. Tyler Steen on the offensive line. I get it why he would be third team. Coming over from Vanderbilt. No one watches a lot of Vanderbilt football. Not saying that Tyler Steen's not good. He's good. Vanderbilt, you got players that may be good. They just play at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt gets overlooked and all of that. So Tyler Steen, third team. Kendall Randolph, third team offensive line. Justin Aboigbe, third team defensive line. He's got to come up with some nastiness this year. Kool-Aid McKinstry, third team defensive back. I can kind of see that. I kind of hate that Malachi Moore is on the third team, because we all go back to his freshman year. He was a beast in 2023. Interceptions, left the team. But I get it. Injuries happened this past season. So now Malachi's got to say, let me reintroduce myself. Hey, I'm Malachi Moore here. So he's got to do that Jay-Z thing and remind people who he is. So this will be Malachi's chance to do that. And then you got JoJo Earl as the third team return specialist for the SEC. So that would be your, Alabama on the preseason all SEC teams voted on by the media at Media Days this week. Alabama with an SEC high 19 players on the list, and I think an SEC high 10 guys as first teamers. So looking forward to seeing what Bama does this year. But one guy who's about to go off, Brian Branch, got snubbed. Brian Branch got absolutely snubbed. And especially after the way he played down the stretch of last season. I mean, was on a tear the last 5 to 6 games. Finished the year 55 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 9, a team high 9 pass breakups, and he was not named. He was not listed. He was not put on the list. There were times last season where Brian Branch was the best defensive back on the field. Definitely looked like that. So, this just puts more fuel in Branch's hat. It just puts more of that hit stick takeover mentality in Branch's hat. Looking forward to seeing what he does, number 14, in this upcoming season for the Crimson Tide.